Hey guys, Brad from RotoHeat back at it with another 2020 player outlook. Today we're talking Kareem Hunt, running back, Cleveland Browns. Don't forget, if you like all this free content the RotoHeat.com team's been pumping out, hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification so you can stay up to date with everything we got going on.
Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire. Everything's on fire.
Man, Kareem Hunt has had an interesting career thus far. Went from, top, 5 to 10 startup pick to, cut to playing for league minimum type money in Cleveland to, his former team winning a Super Bowl the year after he's gone to, being now the handcuff kind of backup to Nick Chubb. It's definitely one of those tough to watch type situations because Hunt's such a talented player when on the field. The interesting thing is when he came back, so from week 10 on, he was top 20 running back, and he really was seeing, he was really sharing the load with Nick Chubb. Chubb was still running back 15 and Hunt was running back 17. So from that stretch of time, that Cleveland offense proved that it could support multiple running backs. The thing that really concerns the team is that kind of that dynamic, so now we've got Stefanski in running the show. Is he going to be able to support two running backs? In Minnesota, it was the Cook show and a little bit of scraps for everybody else. Now, the interesting thing is nobody in Minnesota is nearly as talented as Kareem Hunt as kind of the handcuff or backup to Nick Chubb. So the thing that you have to ask yourself is what are your expectations for 2020 from Kareem Hunt? Now, our team feels like he could easily be a kind of a steal in the PPR format. He should be getting touches. He should be getting receptions out of the backfield. He will get some carries, but obviously not nearly as much as Nick Chubb. The team's kind of divided on what they expect in 2020. A lot of us expect him to be kind of an RB3 with some RB1 type weeks when he's really on and performing at the highest level with receptions. Some of us are not really interested in 2020 Kareem Hunt. That being said, if you're in a dynasty format, Kareem Hunt's one of those guys that I would target. Obviously people are kind of all over the place with him. I've seen him go for kind of early firsts. I've seen him go for late firsts. It's kind of a buyer beware because, he's on a one-year deal. So the hope is that he goes somewhere and becomes RB1 and can kind of catapult himself back up into that RB1 conversation. If he goes somewhere and is kind of partnered up with another really talented, dynamic running back, it could be tough for him, to be an RB1, but, back end RB2 consistently shouldn't be a problem because of the talent. Still young enough, still talented enough. The tough thing is there's only 32 starting running back spots. Now, obviously, nowadays we're seeing a lot of handcuffs and a lot of, our running back by committees be successful. But the offense has to be set up to be able to do that. Now, it'll be interesting to see how Stefanski deploys these guys because not like these are the only two playmakers they've got in this offense. There's so much more talent with Hooper and Njoku and Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham and Rashad Higgins and and they added guys like Donovan Peoples-Jones in the draft. There's a lot of mouths to feed, and Baker Mayfield obviously regressed a bit last year, but most of us in the community believe it's related to the offense and the coaching and things like that, not necessarily the player itself. So we expect kind of a bounce back year from everybody in that offense, and that should spell big things for guys like Chubb and Hunt and all these other playmakers. So we would definitely be comfortable buying, but you got to buy thinking long term, not 2020. 2020, I would definitely temper the expectations. Kind of what he was at last year is kind of where we see him. He could get you double-digit points a game. He from week 10 to week 15, he was averaging at least 12 points a game. Now the fantasy playoffs and the championships, depending on when you played, he was not really giving you a lot. He gave you less than 10 points each of those last 2 weeks. So buyer beware, but definitely a very talented running back that should get you good, solid, playable production. But obviously not high-end RB1 type production, at least in this year. After that, sky's the limit. If you go somewhere that needs some running back help, he could really definitely take the reins and be the guy again because he's got the talent. He's young enough, and the talent wasn't the problem. It was some of the other stuff that he ran into trouble with. So again, jump over to RotoHeat.com, jump over to our RotoHeat Facebook community, our Discord chat, at RotoHeat Fantasy on Twitter. Let us know what you think about Kareem Hunt. Let us know what you paid for him. Let us know what you sold him for, and let's keep that conversation going.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.